Today video I am going to show you that Lewis structure, geometry and bond angle of a compound. So first, to determine that Lewis structure, you need to count that steric number. So you can also see that whole whiteboard I draw a lot of structure. So this is just a common concept. So before going to that Lewis structure, you need to know that steric number. Then we will go that geometry and the effect of that lone pair. So first, to determine that steric number, you need to know that single bond is count as 1 and double bond also is count as 1, triple also count as 1 and lone pair also count as 1. So to determine that steric number, I can give you an example, right? So we already know that structure of water molecule, right? So in that water molecule there is 2 single bond, right? So 1, 2 and 2 lone pair, 1, 3, this is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this number are count as steric number. So any kind of compounds like ammonia, you can see that structure. So ammonia has 3 single bond, right? Single bond which will count as 3 and 1 lone pair which will count as 1. So ammonia also have like 4 steric number. Okay, so when we count that 4 or any steric number, then we can go through that general topics and we can go through that Lewis structure, geometry and bond angle of any compound. Okay, so specifically today I will show you that a specific compound CS2 Lewis structure, their geometry and their bond angle. So before go to that geometry and bond angle, we need to find out their valence electron of that element. Okay, so for carbon, if I determine that first one, valence electron, so for carbon has 4 valence electron and sulfur has 6, so 6 cross 2, total will be 16, right? So 16 valence electron is there, and then we need to set up that Lewis structure. So before go to that Lewis structure, you need to know their electronegativity, and then you can put that middle element. So you can see that carbon has the least electronegativity and sulfur has a little bit more electronegativity. So I will put that carbon middle and then I will give their valence electron. Carbon has 4 valence electron, right? And sulfur has 6. So I put the sulfur here. Then I will give their valence electron. So carbon has 6 valence electron. So I'll go one by one. This is 4. You can set from here and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so this is sulfur valence electron. Then they will make bond. So actually this is the Lewis structure, you can see, and then they will make bond like that, and they will produce that compound structure. So there you can see that 2 lone pair left, but it is outside of the middle one. So we are not going to worry about that lone pair because it is not on the central one. Okay, so if it is on the central one, then we are going to worry about that, but not in the central one. So we already noticed, or we already determined that Lewis structure of CS2. Then we need to determine that steric number. So we already know that double bond has 1 steric number and this one also has 1 steric number. So there is no lone pair electron. So total there is 2 steric number. So when we got that steric number, then we can go that table. So you can see that steric number 2 here, and their structure or their geometry with 0 lone pair is linear. So what we got here, a linear structure because it has two steric number and there is no lone pair electron. So we will get a linear structure of CS2. So we got that geometry, we got the Lewis structure, and we will determine that bond angle here. So for linear, you can see that it has 180-degree bond angle. So it will be like that. So we determine that Lewis structure, geometry and bond angle of CS2, but we cannot show the effect of lone pair on bond angle because this compound has no lone pair.